In our society, there exist diverse orders of merit to recognize achievement in many disciplines. The highest of those, awarded by patent of arms, constitute the several peerages. Of those, the Order of Defense recognizes great skill and knowledge of the sundry arts of fencing with the sword and other weapons besides, and the willingness to teach that skill to all who present themselves for that learning. History also tells us that prowess on foot was simply one part of the skills of defense prized by the masters of this art. Skill on horse with sword and buckler, and lance, against opponents with harness and without, was as much a part of the skills of a master as was the rapier, messer, or longsword. Such masters stood with their peers as full members of their guild, alike in dignity, equal in rights, privileges, honors, and responsibilities. The crown commands before them Stallmeister Apollonia Zawmstricker.
A master must have good feet beneath her, whether they number 2 or 6. Such has Apollonia, whose steps have taken her from nearby stables to pastures far across the seas. Wide is the fame of Apollonia, thanks to the elegance of her footwork. A master must strike with confidence, no matter how she be armed, and must stand ready to defend herself and her mount from all manner of weapons. Such is Apollonia, rightful bearer of scarves of white and gold. A master must know that just as great prowess requires much work, so does a great society, for such things are not built by valorous deeds, but by the steady work of many devoted hands. Such a servant is Apollonia, who toils for crown and kingdom with silver gilt heart. A master must strive to create beauty in all things, for only through such praiseworthy feats does one bring glory to creation. Such a craftswoman is laurel-crowned Apollonia, who by the skill of her own hand creates art from hide and leather. A master must dare all fine things and never despair. So comes Apollonia, vanguard of the Outlands cavalry, free of debts and obligations, having proved her skill on foot and horse at an open prize before these assembled masters, to answer her summons this day.
Stallmeister Apollonia, at our crown tournament, we asked you to contemplate elevation to this order and to give the answer to that question at a date and time of our choosing. We now request your answer. Will you take your place amongst the peers gathered around you, as we believe is right and proper?
Yeah, my point.
This pleases us greatly.
Bring forth the column. Members of the Order of Defense bear a white livery collar.
as a sign of their rank and station, and as a visible marker of the high ideals which the order represents. By our ancient custom, let it be passed amongst the members of the order here assembled, through their hands and by their swords. Has the history of fencing in the Outlands been written? All who wear it share an obligation to uphold and advance this history. Let this act serve as a sign of your inheritance of this obligation, and as a sign of your bond with them, and them with you now and everlasting.
His Majesty, may both of the premier colleagues be passed?
Absolutely. Just saw the horse. Did Dwayne have anything to do with that? Is there a knight who would testify as to her worthiness?
There is, Your Majesty. My name is Sir Gideon MacLeod, knighted 25 years ago in the Kingdom of Anachronism, and I have faced her on the field many, many years. I wish to speak about prowess, how when we fight on horseback, our footwork is our mount, and that is a partnership. And when we fight on horseback, tempo is entirely different and requires great skill as an equestrian and a fighter. She is absolutely my equal. Every time we face on the field, this is a wonderful contest of wills and skill, and I find her inspirational and very much my peer. I also have a gift that comes from the equestrian laurels of the SCA. These spurs were made by Master Damali Redbeard, the first equestrian laurel of the SCA, for my lady, Mistress Bridget Reed of Dunvegan, the second equestrian laurel of the SCA, who wish to gift these to you as the fourth equestrian laurel of the SCA and the first equestrian Mistress of Defense.
We would hear from one of her peers in the Order of the Laurel.
Your Majesties, Your Excellencies. I am Euler von Hagenwald of Ansteora. I am a master of the laurel, a longtime equestrian, a longtime white scarf, and a lion of Ansteora. I am going to talk less about Apollonia and more about the situation we find ourselves in. It was almost 40 years ago when I was last before this court of the Outlands. I was the champion to Carlana of Ansteora when the first 3 white scarves were brought to this kingdom. For the first 3, for the signing of the White Scarf Treaty. That was a momentous occasion for the SCA. It set a precedent that has helped the society for many, many years and brought us to a point that we can be very, very proud of. The same thing is happening today. And I wish to thank Your Majesties, and especially the masters and mistresses of the Order of Defense for having the forethought, the wisdom, and the courage to be the first martial peerage to recognize someone for the skills at arms that they have on horseback. This will have a profound impact on our society. And I am glad that I am here in your kingdom for the second time for something so ground-setting as this. For you, Apollonia, we've known each other for a short period of time, only about 10 years. And as a laurel, I actually consider you my superior. And the skills that you have brought to the society on your horse, on any horse, But I have something else that's very important to tell you. You, my dear, ride like a girl.
Thank you, Master Oila. Try to keep up.
I will do my very best.
We would ask a member of the Order of the Pelican to speak upon her diligent service.
Yes. I am Dauphin from Peerages. I also have the nickname of the known world wanderer. And I'd like to speak about the service of a pelican. A pelican service is a labor of love. And it is very obvious that Apollonia loves what we do, not only in the equestrian field, but all of the SCA. I've been all over the known world, all different events and wars, and I've seen Apollonia there, bringing this amazing new activity that we have to show everyone else what it is that we're doing in the equestrian world. But not only has she been teaching and trying to get everyone else involved and interested in this, but she also brings people from all over the world to come and teach as well. And she goes all over the world to teach as well. She's brought people together to write up all the wonderful things we needed for this activity and to really give it legs and finally bring it to fruition so that we can all enjoy it throughout the known world. That was a serious labor of love. I believe that Apollonia is definitely my equal in service, and she deserves this privilege.
Would a member of the Order of Defense speak to her worthiness for a place among their number?
Your Majesty, I am Master Domas Alces, premier member of this Order of the Outlands. And I would like to speak for this lady. Few people have shown the capability to research, recreate, love, and express joy and put the energy and work into this art and the arts that she practices more than the vast majority of us. And as such, her worthiness for this order is unquestioned. It will be an honor to have her here. But as others have mentioned, we as the order had long discussions about the nature of our order, about where exactly the Order of Defense wants to be, where we want to go. And we, as the Order of the Outlands, have decided that this lady absolutely belongs among us and hopefully will help us lead the SCA in the future. And as such, we heartily recommend her for this.
We now call for testimony from a member of the Order of the Mark.
Your Majesties, I am honored to speak to the valor of Apollonia, as I have known her for many years. Her knowledge and practice of animal husbandry have given her many traits that are valorous. Courage and bravery come first to mind. Dedicating herself to her animals and her family is a full-time job, and yet she finds time to give to all of us. When I introduced equestrian archery into the Outlands, she not only supported me, but she learned how to shoot from horseback and encouraged other riders to learn as well. I am very grateful for her help, support of archery. I'm very grateful for her support of archery and the equestrian arts over the years. The equestrian community can tell you that her motivation is infectious, and when she sets a goal for herself, you better get out of the way. She has helped to expand a variety of riding disciplines for our kingdom to an elite level that is the envy of the known world. This is just a small example of her selflessness and dedication to the well-being of others. On so many occasions, whether it's through her arts, her equestrian knowledge, or her skill in light weapons, I have seen her share hard-earned knowledge freely, naturally becoming a leader and a person of influence through kindness and the acknowledgement of others. Valor is associated with moral strength, trustworthiness, and virtuous conduct. These are strong traits that are so common in the light weapons community, and Apollonia fits seamlessly, starting with a desire to learn, then later a desire to teach. Apollonia, you are so incredibly multi-talented, and your personal growth has set a great example over the years, full of examples of valor for all to see. Your Majesties, on behalf of the Order of the Mark, we feel that Mistress Apollonia is a strong example of valor and fully support her elevation to the Order of Defense.
Will a royal peer speak to her virtues?
I'm Tam Grimm, of everywhere, it seems, but always and forever of the Outlands. I've known Apollonia a while. I was there during my reign. It was during my reign that she brought her horse to Boulder, and I first learned of her amazing skills, but more importantly of her desire to support the kingdom. She came to me asking to find ways to bring her art into the kingdom, to bring it forth and make it more mainstream, to make it more approachable and more findable by the everyman. That is an important thing as the king, to have your populace find ways to include your entire populace into their game and to enrich our realm. As a peer, I support that, and I find her support of the royalty of the Outlands without question.
Finally, is there a member of the populace that will speak on her behalf?
Your Majesty, I, Orta Ulas, also known as Laurel, have been a member of the populace of the Outlands for 39 years and an equestrian for 54 years. I will speak for Mistress Apollonia. Lords and ladies, nobles and gentles, populace of the Outlands, soul of the kingdom of mountain snow, desert sun, and open steppe, like the meltwater, the thunder, and the wind and the grass, today I speak with your voice. I praise to you now the horse warrior, Apollonia, to remind you of all that we value in her and her deeds, her heart and her prowess, her scholarship and her generosity, and her sacred bond with horses. Many of the great, oops, that's the good part, we don't want to skip ahead. Our ancestors lived close to the earth and all the creatures in it. King and peasant alike were neighbors of dogs and cattle, horses, hens and hogs, goats and swine, elephants, camels, and most noble of all, horses. Yet most folk living in the modern era find these creatures strangers. Apollonia has, through great love and effort, rebuilt the bridge between humans and our animal kin in the Outlands. She shares the beasts under her care with the people of the Outlands, bringing us closer to life in the period that we recreate and reminding us how such bonds enrich our lives. Noblest of these bonds is the partnership of the warrior and the warhorse, who must trust one another with their lives in the tumult of battle. Warrior and steed share their courage and strength, speed and cunning, and together become greater than either one alone, one heart truly of air and fire. Apollonia's equine companions have shared their wisdom, majesty, and kindness with Outlanders through many years, teaching some to ride, teaching some to fight, teaching horsemanship and history and empathy. Here are their names: as famous as that of their mistress. Lucy, her daughter Kitty, Fifi, Vinny, Blade, and now Tomesa. Many of the great tales and heroes that form the essence of our society and their steeds. The heroes who ride to the rescue, quest for magic or truth, the cavalry that saves the day or conquers the world. Their names are many, from history and legend. Border Farid to Moegozin, Bradamante, Joanna of Flanders, Hippolyta, Cutalune, Jeanne d'Arc, Ethelfled of Mercia, Eowyn, Gwenllian, Epona, and many, many others unnamed. Women on horseback, armed with swords and brave hearts. Apollonia has brought these legends from the mists of myth to shining reality before our eyes. She has, through effort and study, become one of them, a living image of strength and wisdom and nobility to which we aspire. To the Outlands, she has given life to the reality of history and inspiration of its ideals, and most especially to horse girls and sword girls and women who long to be the hero who lives in their hearts and lives in Apollonia and her steeds. Child of my heart, first of your kind, lead that others may follow. We are proud that you are an Outlander.
We thank you all for your counsel.
Having heard testimony from these peers, and more besides, we find Stallmeister Apollonia worthy of the rank of master and of membership in our most noble and distinguished order of defense. We would now hear you take your master's oath before us and the members of your order. Bring forth the sword of state.
Masters and maestras, we call you to bear witness to her words and charge you with ensuring that she remains true.
So shall it be.
Remember this responsibility.
I swear to uphold, maintain, and keep to my power all such articles, and I shall declare here, in the presence of my crown and the assembled masters, my brethren and sisters here with me at this time. I shall be a true subject to my sovereign lord and lady. Ra, Simon, and Ren, armed, and to their successor, kings and queens of the Outlands. I shall be a true master from this day forward. I shall be a true master from this day forward. To the last of my life. Loving truth, hating falsehood. And not grudging or disdaining any master of this art. I shall not teach any suspect person. I shall not teach any suspect person. Such as murderers, thieves, or common drunkards. Or such as I know to be common quarrelers. Or such as I know to be common quarrelers. Nor keep company. But avoid all such as much as I can. But avoid all such as much as I can. If I come to any factula, prize, gain, I come to any effectual prize or game,
or any kind of play at weapons concerning my art,
or any kind of play with weapons concerning my art,
be it mounted or on foot.
be it mounted or on foot.
I shall without respect, favor, or hatred either
I shall, without respect, hatred, or favor of either party,
give true judgment of that which I see.
give true judgment of that which I see there.
I shall take no student with the intention of teaching them or causing them. I shall take no student
I shall take no student
with the intention of teaching them or causing them to be taught
with teaching them or causing them to be taught
without the affirmative.
without the affirmative.
I will charge the same for their learning,
I will charge the same for their learning,
as our other masters are accustomed to do,
as our other masters are accustomed to do,
not taking less than other masters,
not taking less than other masters,
despite or hinder any other masters.
to despite or hinder any other masters.
I shall not promise any person learning
I shall not promise any person learning
unless I teach him
unless I teach him
or cause them to be taught as a master ought.
or cause them to be taught as a master ought.
I shall not teach or cause to be taught
I shall not teach or cause to be taught
any other master's student
any other master's student
without the consent first of their master,
without consent first of their master,
and unless the said student
and unless the said student
has paid the master all fees.
has paid their master all fees for their learning.
I shall be merciful
I shall be merciful
where I happen to have the upper hand over my enemy,
where I happen to have the upper hand over my enemy,
that is to say without weapon,
without weapon,
or under their feet,
or under their feet,
or their back.
or their back.
And if I hear a disagreement
And if I hear a disagreement
between other members,
between other members,
I shall do the best I can
I shall do the best I can
to make them friends,
to make them friends,
and always to keep peace if I can.
and to always keep peace if I can.
I shall be courteous and honor my peers
I shall be courteous and honor my peers
of whatsoever order,
of whatsoever order,
as we are all equal
as we are all equal
in our steadfast dedication to the
in our steadfast dedication to the realm.
German lawyers. The order may withdraw. Thank you all.
Bring forward the colors once more. As a sign of your new rank and estate, we invest you with these livery collars, which have passed through our hands and through the hands of these assembled masters. Let their weight be an eternal reminder of the oath that you swore before us and your fellow masters and the people of the Outlands.
A fencing master requires a sword. Bring it forth.
Your Majesties, long have I carried this sword in service to the crown, and in service to my oath to the crown. Alas, time is a harsh mistress, and I find that it is time to find a more worthy person to carry this. And if it pleases you, I would love to present it.
It pleases us greatly. Swords may use to attack and to defend, to maim and to shield, to teach and to censure. We charge you to wear your sword as an outward representation of your prowess at arms, and use it to foster and promote your arts, to protect the weak and disadvantaged, and to guard your queen and your kingdom.
Bring forth the chamfron.
Absolutely.
The union of horse and rider is a sacred thing. Take this chamfron, that all who come across your mount may know that when you ride them, you fight as one.
Your Majesties, at this time, I would renew my oath of fealty.
We are pleased to receive it.
This day do I renew my homage and fealty to my sovereign lord and lady, Simon and Aria, by right of arms and grace and favor. Ra and Ren the Outlands. Who will, today and from this day forward, remain my liege lords and ladies. I will remain true in all ways, serving them faithfully. This do I swear, by my honor, upon my soul, and by the high ideals which I hold as a peer of this realm. So say I, Stellneistrin und Beckneistrin, Apollonia Zawmstricker.
Yeah. They're good. We once again accept your homage and fealty and renew our pledge that from this day forward until the end of our reign, you are our liege woman, that we will honor your order and defend your rights as peers, that we will protect the trust that you have placed in us, mighty with justice, tempered with mercy. Arise, Fechtmeisterin Apollonia, newest order of the member of defense.
Wir, Simon und Aria, König und Königin des Outlandes, da wir gut gehört han von unseren Getrieben Apollonia Zawmstricker, so ist unser Wille, die heben in Ehren und sie lösen dem Orden der Wehr. Auch heben und bestätigen wir hiermit das Wappen, das vorhin gegeben ward von dem Collegium Amorum, mit diesen offenen Briefen. Das ist azurblau, ein Ros sitzen zwischen Dreh-8-Fluten im Silber, das Meisterin Apollonia haben soll ihr eigenem und sonderlichen Bruch durch die ganze bekannte Welt, sie einem Zeichen der hohen Wertschätzung, in der sie gehalten wird. Sie dem setzen wir unsere Hand an dem 17. Tage des Jänners, im Jahr des Societate 60, das ist 2026 noch gregorianischer Zahl. Simon, König, Aria, Königin, Andreas Meister Hirsch, des Königs Herold. Scroll by Valeria Cabrielli.
Go now and greet them.
Fechtmeisterin Apollonia, hip hip.